Most managers aren't bad at solving problems. They're bad at designing how problems get solved. Sales drops. Fix sales. Delivery breaks. Fix delivery. Headcount too low. Hire more. Every move makes sense. 6 months later the same problems are back. That's patch management. Something breaks. Slap a patch on it. Short term it stops the bleeding. Long term you're buried in patches. Heavier. Slower. More exhausted. The best managers ask a different question. Not, who will solve this? Why does the system keep creating this problem? That question separates levels. Average managers fix actions. Good managers chase results. Great managers redesign systems. A system has 5 design questions. Where are we going? How do we break it down? What comes first? How do we move step by step? How does it run without us? Question 1. What problem are we actually solving? Most companies say goals. Grow this year. Get efficient. Build talent. Strengthen management. Those aren't goals. Those are tasks. Tasks are what you do. Goals are what you become. Company says, do training. HR books a speaker. Runs the session. Collects feedback. 6 months pass. Boss asks. What changed in the organization? Silence. The problem isn't execution. It's definition. What problem is training solving? New hires ramp too slow. Middle managers can't lead. No one can replace key roles. Capabilities don't scale. Different problem. Different system. Fill gaps is an emergency system. Build a pipeline is an org system. Codify knowledge is a capability system. A book called Thinking in Systems says this. The goal of a system determines its function. Wrong goal. The system will efficiently take you to the wrong place. So step 1 isn't planning. It's asking. What problem are we really solving? Not, build a talent development system. Make sure key roles have someone ready in 12 months. Not, strengthen team management. Make sure goals, responsibility, progress, and results all have an owner. Clear goal. Clear design. Fuzzy goal. Everything becomes friction. Question 2. How do we break this into modules that work together? Most management problems look like execution problems. They're structure problems. Wrong structure. Effort cancels itself out. Classic symptom. Sales blames delivery. Delivery blames product. Product blames requirements. Operations blames the front line. Everyone's right. The system is fighting itself. Because no one answered these. What modules does this break into? What's the core job of each module? Who owns results? Who owns process? How do they connect instead of collide? Structure isn't division of labor. It's relationship design. Take execution problems. Don't blame people first. Break the structure. Is the goal clear? Is responsibility assigned? Is progress tracked? Are results reviewed? Structure reveals the gap. The problem isn't, people don't perform. It's, the system is missing a piece. No structure. Random motion. Question 3. What are we willing to give up? Resources are always finite. The question is whether you'll admit it. Most strategies fail because they want everything. Growth. Profit. Brand. New business. All sound right. But the system only has one set of resources. Result. Every line gets some effort. No line gets enough. Real managers face a brutal truth. The system's ceiling isn't determined by your strongest capability. It's determined by your shortest board. So choosing isn't picking. It's abandoning. 3 things must be clear. What's the one most important thing this year? What are we willing to sacrifice for it? What lines can never be crossed? Example. Sacrifice profit for growth. Delay brand upgrade. Pause new ventures. But cash flow can't break. Core team can't scatter. Strategy without sacrifice is all directions correct. System can't bear the weight. Quick note. If 5 elements feels like a lot. Here's the truth. Most companies don't even get the first one right. Wrong goal. Everything downstream is waste. The real gap isn't who does all 5 well. It's who gets the first one right. Question 4. How do we get from here to there? Path is the step logic from current state to goal state. Not a timeline. Most people think top-level design is drawing the framework. Pointing the direction. Details are someone else's job. Wrong. That's the biggest misunderstanding about design. Design isn't just where. It's how. A system that knows the direction but not the path has no design. Real example. Boss says, grow 50% this year. That's a goal. But ask downstream. Where does the 50% come from? New customers or repeat buyers? New market or deep existing? Which channels? Which team structure? What rhythm? What results should we see month 1? Most of the time. No one can answer. Boss thinks setting the goal is the design. Team thinks receiving the goal is execution. The entire middle. Path, rhythm, resource allocation. All fuzzy. Not wrong direction. No one designed the path. Path isn't a plan. It's reachability design. 4 things must be clear. Sequence. What comes first? Rhythm. All at once or in stages. Milestones. What result marks each phase? Resources. How much people, money, support per step? Question 5. How does it run without depending on people? Mechanism is feedback loops and rule design that let the system self-sustain. Most people think management is watching people, enforcing rules, spreading culture. No. Watch people. Leader leaves, team scatters. Enforce rules. Controls behavior, not results. Spread culture. Takes time, doesn't solve concrete problems. What makes an organization run long-term? Mechanisms. You've seen this team. Leader present. High efficiency. Leader gone. Immediate collapse. Not a bad team. No mechanism. All momentum tied to one person. A team with mechanisms. Goal mechanism. Everyone knows where we're going. Responsibility mechanism. Someone owns it. Tracking mechanism. Process doesn't spiral. Review mechanism. Results improve. Thinking in systems says. Long-term behavior is determined by feedback mechanisms. Whether a system self-corrects depends on whether it has timely accurate feedback loops. Strong mechanism designers don't just ask, who does this? They ask. What rule makes this happen repeatedly? Who notices when it breaks? What rewards doing it well? What constrains doing it poorly? No mechanism. Design becomes a slogan. Mechanism present. System has life. Scale depends on mechanism, not people. Top-level design isn't 5 separate skills. It's a chain of system questions you get forced to answer. Goal definition leads to structure, decision leads to resource allocation, leads to path reachability, leads to mechanism correction. Real management upgrade isn't doing things right. It's designing a system that self-corrects even when it drifts.